just so I can verify it, you can see it on your screen. It's somebody else that wants to talk about Spurs. I've not brought Spurs up yet before anyone says anything. But Mark joins us on the show. He's a Spurs fan. How are we, Mark?
Nah, not too bad, mate. You all right?
Yeah, very well indeed. Excited about domestic football being back. How excited are you as a Spurs fan going into this season?
Do you know what? I'm pretty confident.
Okay, this is the big one, because even Charlie off air was ribbing me about being excited. You can see the grin on my face, right? What is confidence and what does expectations look like for you, Mark, going into the new season?
Well, that's it. I reckon we'll come top 8.
It's top 8?
Yeah, I understand what that should be. That's bare minimum, no, for Tottenham.
Well,
Yeah, because the reason why I say that is, right, and now I get it. You can all say, oh, yeah, but look what's happened in recent years and this, that and the other. But look at the money you're now spending. You've been crying out, every Tottenham fan's been crying out to spend money.
Correct.
The owners have got the money. They're now putting the money where their mouth is, right? Signing Tonali. They're finding all the players, yeah? The link to Cody Gakpo, etc.
Yeah.
Now, I just think that should be bare minimum for Tottenham is looking at the top 8. We can look at the league table how it goes last year. Tottenham should have finished above Sunderland. Before a ball was kicked, you'd expect Tottenham to finish.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? But they didn't, and that's how football works. But De Zerbi's gone into Tottenham, and I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there's a different feeling about Tottenham going into this season. Everybody should be excited about it, but the Premier League is a tough cookie. It really is, and just because you sign the players for big money, it doesn't give you the right to say, right, we're going to finish in the top 8. The proof will be in the pudding when the season starts.
Well, look at Liverpool last season. When they bought who they bought, we thought, that's it. The league's done.
Oh,
It's sewn up.
absolutely.
Everyone was like, what's the point?
Yeah, absolutely, because I feel like the moment come, you've got to understand, 125 million for Isak, 115 million for Florian Wirtz. You're adding to it, you're adding to the quality of Mo Salah. Liverpool are going to run away with it. It couldn't have gone in any other direction than what it did, right? And it was quite shocking as a Liverpool fan and as watching on, because you actually expected Liverpool to run away with it. But they didn't. They wasn't even in touch with it, other than the game when Dominic Szoboszlai scored the 35-yard wobble free kick in the post. That was the moment got everyone excited. You're thinking, oh yeah, Liverpool are that. Because for the first 5 games, performances, that's what champions do.
Yeah.
Defending champions
Correct.
do, win. But that wasn't the
what I
case.
think,
That
though?
wasn't the case.
Go on, Mark.
I think we need a new striker. I know there's been rumours about a Seaman.
He's not coming. Victor Osimhen's not coming.
No. Get Troy Parrott back.
But is that something that's going to get you excited about, Mark, if you sign Troy Parrott, respectfully?
Yeah. He's one of our own anyway. So, yeah, get him back. He's done so well since he left Spurs, I reckon. And he's got Premier League experience as well.
Not much, though. He didn't play much.
Not much, but he knows like what the whole Premier League game's about. So I reckon he would do really, really well. He'd be like, I kind of think like under Salita Kane.
The problem is, again, and this is what I mean by having chances and people getting their chance, because he didn't really get a crack at the whip at Spurs.
Correct.
And, you know,
No, he didn't, no.
He has gone to Holland and he's scored, like, something like 58 goals in the last couple of seasons. He's done really well at Elze Akmar, or I can never say the name, AZ. Anyway, he coming to the Premier League, and this is exactly what Charlie's saying, like, would that get you excited? He's not someone that's going to get Spurs, who've signed Tonali and Fernandes, etc., excited.
No, it wouldn't. But I'm looking at if Spurs are wanting to break in the top 8, like Mark says, or what you expect, Madge, all that kind of stuff. A striker is definitely now where they want to go. Yeah. Where do you look? And if you are looking for a striker, as I look across you now, Madge, Troy Parrott is definitely not on your list.
No, it was.
Do you know what I mean? So I understand where you're coming from, 100%. But I don't think a lot of Spurs fans are going, right, if we can go and get a striker for 60, 70 million, Troy Parrott is definitely not on there.
No, exactly. So, you know, a Seaman, like I said, would be brilliant. He would be so quick. But I think a Troy Parrott that actually knows the league would be more better. Yeah, like you said, and he would cost so much less.
Great call. Thank you very much, Mark, who's a Spurs fan. The thing is, for me, you know, looking at Troy coming from the Dutch league, playing well. I remember when we brought Vincent Janssen, and he had like the best season of his life. Come in, wow.
But imagine, like,
Roberto Soldado.
prime example, him for Villarreal, phenomenal.
If
right?
it wasn't for him, there'd be no Harry Kane.
I think that the issue is, right?
Because he was so bad, we had to play Harry.
But I think the issue is people don't actually understand the difference from leagues. Now, you can do well. Let's just use Gyökeres for argument's sake, right? For it. Championship, brilliant. Went to Sporting, done amazing. Smashed it at Sporting. Backed his own ability. Got his move to Arsenal. Got him over the line in certain games, right? Got him over the line is what it was. But the Dutch league, you can't compare the Dutch league to the Premier League. You can't compare the Portuguese league to the Premier League. I don't think you can actually compare any league to the Premier League. You really can't.
Obviously, I did a show with Alan Pardew on a Sunday, and he's managing Holland, right? And he literally says the Eredivisie, obviously there's a couple of top teams in there, but as a whole, he goes, it's championship. Like the championship's the same level. He goes, like, you could put some of those teams in the championship and they wouldn't be anywhere near playoffs.
But I think it goes to the point of week in, week out, way results go in the Premier League, sometimes you're not even shocked.
Yes.
Because you can't predict some of the fixtures that go on. You really can't.
I always say you can't.
They're not shockers no more, Madge. They're not. And you look at it and go, do you know what? Everybody can beat everyone. It's just how much can you get on that run? When you win games, how much can your whole team buy into it and you go back to back, back to back, back to back? And that is what Arsenal done and done it last year. And that's the difference, I believe, from the Premier League to the other divisions.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because you can't do an accumulator in the weekend on the Prem. It's just...
No,
it's like someone ruins it for you.
Yeah, and you can throw the Championship in there and all.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of the Championship, of course, domestic football is back, and it started this weekend with the Carabao Cup. We saw Middlesbrough beat Wrexham by a goal to 0. We heard that live on talkSPORT with Will Lancashire, who come from Spurs with a £10 million deal to Borough, scoring on his debut. And we've been talking about strikers. Where are they? Who are the top strikers in world football right now? Where are we looking? It's changed what's required of the number 9. So when you're looking for out-and-out goal scorers, and every top team right now, apart from maybe Man City, they don't need a striker. No. And maybe Liverpool.
No, Man City definitely don't. No. You can say maybe Liverpool, but Liverpool do. You need to understand Ekatike's out. He's got a big injury that he's going to come back from.
Yeah.
Alexander Isak needs to hit his Newcastle form. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I'd love Liverpool to sign 4 or 5 players, but I wouldn't be surprised if another forward comes in.
Really?
Yeah, I really wouldn't, because Isak comes with that Newcastle catalogue. You showed his performances, etc., etc. Ekatike is going to be out for another 6 months. Yes, we got Jadon Danns, and he's going to get Premier League games. Of course he is. But I wouldn't be surprised Liverpool go and sign another striker. I really wouldn't.
Where would you look for that? Who's out there? This is the thing.
Well, this is the thing. But this is the thing. Now, what I would like is the biggest one out there is Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
He is the one. He's the alarm one. He's got Premier League experience. He's gone to Madrid. He's done brilliant over there. International quality also. A lot of people, a lot of teams, if he is ready, a lot of teams would take him. I really do think that. And I would love Liverpool to take him. I really would.
Yeah, he'd be phenomenal. Do you think Marmoush is wasting his career at Man City?
But you can say, wait, what do you mean? When you say wasting your career, that's one thing. But he's playing in a team that are competing at the top end of the Premier League, competing at the Champions League. Every cup competition, it really is. But it's progression on what you want to do yourself.
Yeah.
He would have known signing for Man City.
You're not playing.
The number 9 that plays in his position is the best number 9 in the world. So you're going to have to play second fiddle to that, or you're going to have to play on the left wing. So that is part and parcel of it. Does he do the job that's asked of him? Absolutely. But the question always comes, are you wasting your prime years?
Yeah, he's 27.
But being at Man City, you're around world-class players week in, week out.
But are we going to see a different Man City? Because we're going to be talking about that next as well with Rodri. He's going back to Spain.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's going to be Barcelona or Madrid yet, but it looks like Barcelona. They put the bid in. But Man City, life after Pep, but life after Rodri, is going to be a real different proposition, isn't it?
I think it's one of them where it's life after Pep, Rodri. You've got to think about the players they've lost, right? Previously. Kevin De Bruyne went, Sergio Aguero, David Silva. But the mainstay was Pep Guardiola.
Yes.
Now the biggest change is that he's not there. New manager's come in. He's got to try and get his identity across. Yes, he's worked with Pep. Yes, he's known the players, etc. But that's easier. That's easier said than done. He's not Pep. The argument to it is, for me, is they fell behind. There was, 8 or 9 points behind Arsenal at the back end. Now they've got to close that gap. Losing Pep, I'm not sure how they're going to close that gap. I'm really not.